But we gonna first talk about this Big Sean Drink Champs thing. Then we're gonna talk to Phil about what he got going on. But Big Sean Drink Champs. So if we, previously we were talking about a couple episodes ago, we spoke about Kanye's Drink Champs, the two-parter. I think that was back in like the beginning of November, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And he said some things on there about Big Sean, along with some other people that he used to be more affiliated with, that he's not so much affiliated with now. And they weren't good. They were mostly negative. One of the things he said about Big Sean was that, he made a joke with a gravestone, and he was basically saying is when I die, my gravestone should say that I deserve this because I signed Big Sean. Yeah. A lot of people, I think, before we even get into the Big Sean side of it, a lot of people, including Big Sean, I think kind of misconstrued this as Kanye being mad at Big Sean only through you didn't make me no money, or you wasn't a good talent kind of thing. I don't think he was I feel like his problems, which he made kind of clear if you watch the whole of his Drink Champs, was that his issue with some of these people was that they didn't have his back at times in his life when he felt like people who he really helped should have had his back. You know what I mean? And I don't wrong anyone in life that feels like that, especially Big Sean himself admits that this man saved his life. He rapped for him in a radio station and got signed. A lot of people have done that and did not work out that way for them. Word. You know what I mean? So I feel like you should consider yourself pretty lucky. And
exactly.
Did you watch the whole? I watched the whole thing. Did you watch the whole Big Sean one?
No, I didn't watch the whole thing, but
it's funny. He actually talks about that whole situation with the political party and having his back in that regards. And apparently Big Sean saying that wasn't true. Like all that, him not having his back. Like he's saying that he actually supported his decision and supported him. He said he even supported him publicly. He said that he said he tweeted not free Kanye, but
before
Kanye
his campaign
president.
actually started, he tweeted Kanye for president. But then during Kanye's actual campaign and when he was running and ballots
when it actually mattered,
when it actually mattered, he said his excuse was he didn't have Kanye's number, he couldn't get Kanye's new number, which that was kind of weird to me.
Very interesting.
That was very weird to me.
But yeah, bro, I feel like that's kind of a silly excuse because
it is.
Everybody in your life could you feel me, text you and say, "Oh, I support you here," or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, I feel like there's probably even people in Kanye's life who on a daily basis, when they're working with him or even publicly support him and say, yeah. But when they go home to their family, they probably like, yo, this nigga is crazy as hell.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So that's my thing with that situation, right? Because Kanye talking about people didn't support blah blah blah. But what if they really didn't support what you was doing, right? Like he really not fucking with it, but they're not going out there like not supporting or trying you publicly. They just sitting back, letting you do you. You know what I'm saying? I would respect that more than Big Sean. More than Big Sean going out faking saying, okay, yeah, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? He being his own man. Like he probably didn't support what Kanye was.
Ain't nothing wrong with being your own man. But here's the thing: there are so much people in life who has benefited off of another man, and because they get to a certain level, they now feel like I don't need to support no other man. When Big Sean needed support in his life, when he was broke as fucking Detroit at that radio station rapping, Kanye West stopped when he could have walked the fuck out that radio station and hopped in his car about his life. He stopped, listened to that man. Not only did he listen, he actually followed up and signed him and helped him have a very successful career.
That's true. And he does mention that. He does bring that up a lot.
No, that's cool. You can mention as much as you want, but mentioning it is not the real support. I don't know if you understand that. You can mention whatever you want to mention, but if a time comes up when I need you in my life, and this is something that was, whether it's not important to you, it was clearly important to Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? At the time, clearly he cared about it. If you couldn't even have he claims he didn't have his number, whatever. If you couldn't even have a conversation to hit me up and be like, yo, bro, I fucks with you and I appreciate everything. But for me personally, I can't publicly endorse you as president or act like I'm going to do that. I can understand Kanye West being upset that somebody you've gone on public and said I saved your life and your family's life and all that shit like that. Look what Dr. Dre has done for Eminem. Look what Eminem did for 50 Cent. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Look what Jay-Z did for Kanye West. Look what Dame Dash did for Jay-Z or helped Jay-Z do. Look what P. Diddy did for Biggie. You get what I'm saying? There's so much people in life, in rap, well, it's not even say life, in rap alone, who have helped other people. And 50 sometimes it's, Niggas appreciate it to the max and will help you do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And there's other people like Big Sean. I don't jack the Big Seans of the world, bro.
I think with Big Sean,
let me hold on. Let me finish this. Just up until the other day, I seen on BMF Eminem do a little too. And mind you, Eminem does not act. He says to people, "I don't fuck with the act." Since he had a terrible experience with 8 Mile, he does not act. And because you can tell he has a respect for 50 Cent, he did that little 2-minute clip or whatever it was that he had to go get dressed for to do on BMF.
White Boy Rick.
And I'm sure that was not Eminem. I'm sure he was not completely comfortable. I'm pretty sure it took him a while to think about it and decide if he want to do it. But I can almost bet that 90% of his decision to go through and do it was like, you know what? 50 Cent brought me a lot of money in my life. And he not only that, he's a friend. He's a real person in my life that I appreciate and that I helped and he helped me, just like Dr. Dre helped me. Why do the people like Big Sean in the world feel like they can slide through everything by saying, yeah, bro, I lost that nigga number, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? At the time, bro, I'm my own man. I was trying to go my own way because I'm my own man. You get what I'm saying?
One thing I could tell off that interview when it comes to Big Sean, you make a lot of sense. You're right with the majority of that. One thing I could tell is that he probably has issues confronting Kanye about like real deal, like a real man. Because even when it came to the $6 million apparently that Kanye owes him, or not necessarily Kanye, or whether it's Good Music, Kanye, or whoever owes him the money, he said he hasn't physically sat down and spoke to Kanye about that, and it's been some time that he's been owed that money.
Nigga audited him and all that, but hasn't talked to him about it.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he just I don't know, maybe just nervous to talk to him, and you know what I mean? Maybe around that time, like you said, somebody else would be like, hey, I'm your dog, but publicly I can't go out and do this. You know what I mean? He probably one of those people that's just afraid to talk to Kanye. I don't know. It seems like he's just afraid to talk to him. You know what I mean? But
I feel you.
But nah,
it does come off like that because, like I said, it to me, like when you're associated with someone and they expect you to be around that person, whether you are or not, you know what I'm saying? It should not be hard for you at any given point in time to get contact to that person. That's like me saying, "Oh yeah, I ain't get a chance to talk to Jay, in like 3 months because I lost my phone and I ain't have his number and I got a new phone and I never got his number." Like, nigga, you know how many people I could hit up to get
and that's my point. You can tell me the amount of years Big Sean and Kanye West was like this with each other.
Exactly.
Even if they ain't speaking,
you couldn't hit up 2 Chainz to push for his number.
There's nobody this man, especially if he really wanted to be like, yo, I gotta let this man know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want him to think. There's people like they don't care if your relationship or how they take things with you get misconstrued, but then when you get upset, they try to act like you got no right to be upset. You didn't care how I felt when you could have hit me up and said, Kanye, bro, I can't do it, bro. I can't support you on this whole red hat or this, or you running for president. I can't do it. You didn't attempt to do that. And granted, maybe it was innocent at the time. Maybe the Big Sean, he was just like, yeah, it ain't that, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if you didn't have that energy at that time to care about it, you gonna be tight now that the man is on Drink Champs and saying that he regrets signing you? Like, yo, I just don't get the concept of that, man. It just seems weird. Phil, we didn't really give you a chance. Tell us how you feel about it.
For me, the thing with Kanye and Big Sean is that, like, for me, Big Sean is just trying to be a grown man without feeling like he's under the umbrella of Kanye. But he picked the wrong time to do it. You know what I'm saying? He picked the wrong time to do it because Kanye needed you in that moment. And you chose, Kanye also could have chosen in the moment of giving you a signed deal to, like, ignore the little kid that was rapping. You could have ignored it. You could have ignored it. The same way he now ignored the whole representative.
Ignored him.
Yeah, exactly. He ignored.
True.
And then, and and not to cut you off, but like, I be talking to my brother a lot about like people, like, I don't know if you see right now what's going on with like Kodak Black and Jack Boy, or there's plenty of other rappers who are falling out with their proteges or whatever you want to call it. And if you notice when this happens, it's always the situation is our artists who help bust this artist. You get what I'm saying? Like then and I do it too, so I don't even accuse because I do the same thing. We'll look at rappers like like Future or like Lil Baby or whatever, all these artists who claim they have their own label and have artists, and you're like, bro, you won't never promote these artists. We don't never see them. You going around yelling free bang gang, but we don't know nobody in free
Yeah.
bang gang.
Yeah.
But then you got to look at it a nigga in Future's eyes who probably looks at situations with niggas like Kanye and Kodak Black and it's like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna bust one of you niggas. You gonna turn around and do this shit to me. You know what I'm saying? But have me out here looking stupid. Big Sean is on Drink Champs telling Nori, oh, I had to come on here because Big Sean got Detroit looking at me. I mean, Kanye got Detroit looking at me stupid.
Yeah, he's like Detroit got Detroit looking at me.
How
crazy.
stupid you think Chicago and the rest of the world was looking at Kanye West when half of his homeboys abandoned him when he was trying to do some simple shit? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why do people only look at things? Oh, me. This was just a one-way me.
I feel you. I agree.
Big Sean wouldn't even jump on that Drink Champs thing if it wasn't for Kanye going on there clowning him.
Yeah.
Valid point.
Come on, bro. That shows you a weak man. You weak as a person. You care more about your image than somebody making fun of you or making a gimmick out of you than you do your own integrity as a man. That's some bitch ass nigga shit, man. I can't get it.
That was my only thing with it. Like I feel like he was just afraid, like he's scared. Not I wouldn't say, I'm not gonna say scared. I could say scared, but I'm gonna say he was more just like afraid, intimidated of
perfect word.
Confronting Kanye about these different things. You know what I'm saying? Like what do you say, 60 million or 6 million, whatever it is.
6 million.
It's a lot of damn millions.
But even that's a lawyer situation. Get your lawyers. If you don't want to talk to him.
Not even. Because if y'all boys, like if you my boy and there's 6 million that's audited, bro, I'm gonna come talk to you and be like, yo, we boys, blah blah blah. We've been boys since there, but we gotta fix this.
He knows he could do that if he does it the right way, because the nigga even said it. He was like, you owe me 6 million. Like, come on, like you just made billions, and it's like, bro, so like you really are watching this nigga pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like from a different eye. You feel me? Like you really looking at him like that, like. But and it's at the end of the day, like I get it, you know, the nigga owes you his money, but the fact that you can't even confront him about where he has gone wrong and where you are owed shows just how wrong you are. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the only pass I will give him for the whole number shit about him not having Kanye's number is if literally every artist in good music comes out and says, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Big Sean ain't lying. Like none of us had contact to this nigga. None of us had his number. That's the only time I'll be like, all right, like, cool, whatever, because Kanye is always going to be Kanye. But I can't believe that shit, bro. Even if it is Kanye, I can't believe that shit.
And question, did he elaborate on like what exactly the 6 mil was owed from? Was like a tour?
It was basically from, I think it was his first album.
Not even. It's just royalties in a way. And when they
royalties from whatever he dropped through good music,
exactly.
And then the label, rather than Universal or whoever the top label pay him, they paid Good Music.
Yeah, and Good Music was supposed to pay him. And
it was supposed to pay him, but he was getting underpaid.
So they got audited, and he's owed that money.
That's crazy.
So it's like,
okay? Now here's my thing too. If I'm Kanye, and I feel like Kanye just don't do shit like this because he's the kind of person that don't like too much rah-rah with people, but if I'm Kanye, I'd be like, my nigga, check yourself. Technically, is that me, Kanye? Where you going around telling like people, bro? You going around telling people I owe you $6 million as if I borrowed $6 million from you and then pay you back or some shit like that. That is not the case, my nigga. From what y'all just explained, that is not Kanye West owing Big Sean $6 million. That's the company, Good Music, Universal, Def Jam.
Yeah, it's not Kanye himself. It's Good Music.
Yeah, because technically it wasn't supposed to be money out of Kanye's pocket. So I'd be like,
no, exactly. And that's why I said like the fact that he even brought up Kanye's pockets, talking about, oh, that nigga just made billions. Like I'm like, bro, that has nothing to do with the actual money that's owed to you. That went through Good Music. It didn't go to Kanye. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
That's why it's like, why are you so intimidated to have this conversation with Kanye West when Kanye West is not to be blamed for the situation? You know what I'm saying? But it just goes to show you like certain people's temperature, bro. Like when your temperature ain't right, my nigga, it don't matter if you right or wrong in a conversation. If you can't face that other man eye to eye, it's because you dead wrong for something else.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I could just tell Big Sean is just intimidated by Kanye or Kanye's reaction or whatever it is, because if he couldn't go to him for that, you know what I'm saying? Like he just seems so like, because they asked him, like, did you physically talk to Kanye about this? And he's like, nah, I never really got the chance. He said he's a person of vibes. You know like he don't want to mess with the vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but so like, he had to admit to it. He was like, "You're right. I need to."
Yeah, he definitely should have. But I believe the reason he brought it up is because, like you said, when you started, like a lot of people thought that Kanye was talking financially, but it wasn't financially. That's why Big Sean said that, because he's like, how could I be the worst person that he signed when, you know what I'm saying, I made them so much money that they owe me this amount of money.
Big Sean,
you know what I'm saying?
You called it your own shit. And which again, I tell those people all the time about Kanye West. Half of the reason why he's gotten to the shit that he didn't got into is because he says things and he expects everyone to kind of understand what he's saying or how he's saying it just from how he's saying it. So I'm not surprised that Big Sean and anyone else took it like, because when I first heard it too, I'm not gonna cap. I was like, the fuck does he mean? Like, I'm Big Sean made this nigga mad money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the more you listen to him, then he starts bringing up the presidency. And that's when I noticed like it's more than just that. Yeah,
it's like some personal shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you tied him for that. You know, so and like Casey just said, Kanye don't run good music. It was not run this like the way Birdman runs Cash Money. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot more of a, that's to his chest. You know what I'm saying? Birdman runs Cash Money. Like, that shit is his. You know, Kanye West, the amount of money, it's his. The amount of money Kanye West and any other artist needs to even start their own label from their parent company. By the time you get all that shit, it ain't just yours. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, Big Sean is stupid though. If you see something ain't right with your situation coming out of good music, and then you just went ahead and got another deal with Rock Nation, why not just move all your shit over to Rock Nation and stop? You know what I'm saying?
I think I think good music artists masters.
Yeah, and to, you know, in defense of Big Sean, regardless of his new situation, old situation, whatever, I don't think that means he should just forget about his $6 million and not care about it.
Oh yeah,
no, you know
he needs to get it. He needs to be a man though.
He has a right. If that's his money, he has a right to it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
First, you gotta be a man.
But going around jacking, you nigga, because I even saw when he tweeted that back in the summer, and it was vague when he tweeted it. And I'm, you know, and I was thinking like, how does this nigga owe you $6 million? You get what I'm saying? But Kanye didn't really say anything. It's like, nigga, you don't go around telling people I owe you $6 million. My nigga, like, I got kids to feed, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got more kids.
And that's something that I've even said recently.
No damn $6 million.
If we have a personal relationship, I mean, business is business, personal is personal. But if we supposed to be cool, and there's some discussion about money, you should not be running around telling nobody that you owe
that too. Like, that's just tacky, and that's just make
that's tacky and just ridiculous, bro.
Just from watching
behind closed doors.
Just from watching the interview, you know, I hate to call another man this because he's like a grown man, but I feel like he kind of soft. You feel me? Like,
that's
the main thing. I get the vibe that he's like soft. Like I said, he's just intimidated. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna like the confrontation. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably didn't have Kanye's number for a reason. Like, he probably said, "Oh yeah, I just don't even want to have Kanye because I'm afraid to get his number."
I'm gonna get a new phone and not get his number.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, and no, like I said, I even kind of believe it. Maybe, like you said, for whatever reason, he truly didn't have his number. But like Clay said a little earlier, you mean to tell me, especially if it was really about either the $6 million or just to tell him you couldn't support him politically, you couldn't get in contact with this man in no way?
That was a cap. That's cap. Right
Come on, son. You didn't have to even through emails. Come on,
he capped out on that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
So far, because he could have a good excuse. Maybe nobody in good music had Kanye number at this time, but for right now he capped out. I can't believe that.
It's weird, bro. It's weird, man. Yeah, but well, yeah, we gonna keep up with that too. Obviously, we gonna see what else Big Sean, you know, and not for nothing, I like to add, you know, Kid Cudi literally walks around with painted nails, and he handled Kanye West more like a man than Big Sean did. Which is sad.
Valid point.
You know what I'm saying? Very sad. The man walks around wearing dresses and makeup and all that shit. And even he was more manly with how he handled his Kanye West situation. But shout out to Big Sean.